Hi, my name is Nathan Brasley. I'm a member of the Takaraka Lodge in Idaho and the Amagi Nacha Lodge in California. I would like to take a moment of your time to talk about patch trading for Boy Scouts. Now, if you are like me and you are attached to some of your patches and don't want to trade them, then what you want to do is if you can buy duplicates, keep one and then use the other for trading. That way you not only keep something that you admire, but you also get to gain another patch if someone is interested. Now, originally this patch was worth about 1 to 2 patches, depending on the person who was trading with it. But recently they've come out with a pin that goes with it, so now this patch is worth 2 patches, or it could even be worth 3. What makes this patch special is it's an Honor Lodge patch, plus there are some feathers on it. So it's an extremely special patch for my lodge. So it could be worth 2 or 3 patches depending on the person who wants it. Most of the time you want to do trade patch for patch. So in this case, if I wanted to trade this red Noack set for this black Noack set, it would be a fair trade. But if I wanted to get more patches out of getting the black set, that wouldn't be a fair trade, because these patches hold about the same value. So you really need to try and stick with patch for patch if you can, unless you know otherwise that the patches you are working with are worth more money. So please remember to try to stick to trade patch for patch unless you are dealing with patches that are worth a lot more money than what you are trying to trade for. To follow up with that, I have this patch, which is the former activity patch for Takaraka. Now this patch is no longer being made and was only given out to certain people for doing certain things. Originally this patch was worth $100, but now since they do not make them anymore, the value keeps increasing. So we're looking at least 150, maybe more, depending on how many of these exist and how many people are interested in them. But again, it's worth a minimum of $100. Again, patch for patch. So if I wanted to get this patch and I was trying to use these 2 patches to get it, that wouldn't be a fair deal, because again, it's patch for patch. So you got to keep it as even as possible, monetary value and also patch value. So like if I were to put one of these patches down and then just trade for the other patch, that would be a fair deal. So again, patch for patch. I don't have any CSPs with me, but the same rules apply for them. However, keep in mind, if patches are no longer being made and and you are trying to trade for them, then you need to increase the number of patches you are willing to trade for them. It's not the greatest thing to do, I know, but that's what has to be done these days with patches. Some patches, however, you don't want to trade, and it's frowned on for trading. Take this year's Double H patch. I don't have one myself, but take that for example. If you were to trade for that patch or sell it or something like that, that is actually frowned upon, because that's not only taken away from the experience you had, but also the experience that you shared with others. And it wouldn't be right. So please remember to treasure your patches, even if they aren't the greatest things in your collection. I have patches that may not look like much, but I keep them anyway, because you never know what they could be valued at. If you want to look at protecting your patches, I would suggest searching patch protectors online. I've seen sites where they can provide you with patch protectors for usually decent prices, so it's really a good idea to consider that. Also, take a look at BSA patch trading history. It's quite interesting, because in the OA a long time ago, patch trading used to be a big problem for NOACs and other events that happened. So it would be interesting for you guys to learn about that if you can. That's pretty much all I have. Just a little note, if you guys see any Star Wars or Harry Potter patches, I am totally interested in those, and I am willing to buy them or trade for them if I can, and if the price is reasonable. So, thank you for joining me. May the spirits of scouting always be with you.